these spreads are tough to read here. There are a very close bunch of them, and I'm not too confident in very many. So I'm going to give some points on each game and then choose my team that I choose on each game, displaying the spread. And then at the end, I'll give a couple of my more confident picks, and we'll go from there, I guess. So, first of all, we've got Houston at Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers are 4.5-point favorites here, and I think this game is going to be a close game, but it's going to be kind of split between the two. I don't like the 4.5. I say it's right near where it's probably going to end up. I like Deshaun Watson, but when it comes to losing your best offensive threat in DeAndre Hopkins, you need to get that offense rolling. They're not rolling yet. They're playing against one of the best. They're probably playing against the best rushing defense, and you need your rushing game to be able to get you rolling in the game. Because of that, I'm going to be taking the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Give me -4.5 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cincinnati goes to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is the 4.5-point favorites. So week 1, Philadelphia was up 17-7 at halftime against Washington, lost the game 27-17. Week 2, Philly scored 3 points in the second half. Week 2, Philly scored 3 points in the second half in their loss to the Rams. This week, they do have Miles Sanders back, and I think that will help, but give me the rookie in Joe Burrow, and give me the Bengals +4.5. San Francisco 4.5-point favorites at the New York Football Giants. This can be a tough one. These are probably the two most damaged teams right now, maybe other than the Broncos. But the Giants just lost Saquon, and the 49ers just lost just about everyone in Bosa, Sherman, Mostert, Garoppolo, Debo. They're down everyone. 4.5-point favorites is the 49ers. Give me Kyle Shanahan here over Joe Judge. 49ers 4.5-point favorites. And I actually do have a money line 49ers pick in my main parlay that I'm rocking with. Next, we've got the Raiders at New England. New England is 5.5-point favorites, and the Raiders are coming off an upset against the Saints on Monday night. The Patriots are coming off a game that Cam Newton was 1 yard away from upsetting the Seahawks. This is a game that I'm really debating on, especially with the 5.5-point spread here. I like the Raiders plus the points, but I think the game's going to come down to the passing game. It's pretty popular known that the Patriots have a poor rush defense, so they get ran all over, but the passing defense is so good that I think they're going to be able to kind of move in and try to stop Josh Jacobs a little bit more, and I think that will help. Give me the Patriots -5.5, but I do not love that. Next, we've got Tennessee, 2.5-point favorites at Minnesota. I have Tennessee winning in a money line in one of my parlays. With two corners ruled out for week 3, Minnesota easily has the worst passing defense in the league, and the Titans seem to be getting better at their passing offense as well. But I think Tennessee's just a little bit more ahead and playing a bit smarter right now with getting Derrick Henry the ball more than Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, he hasn't been doing great, and I don't think he's going to be out there, because if they're behind, I don't think they're going to use him like they should. They should just give him the ball as much as possible. Give me the Titans -2.5. Next, we've got Washington going to Cleveland. And Cleveland is 6.5-point favorites here. Washington has scored 7 points in the first half in 2 weeks. Now, last week they were playing a tough team. I think Cleveland is learning that they have a great run offense. Give me Cleveland minus 6.5, but it is very tempting to check the Washington side there. But you don't even know if Washington's going to put up 7 points in a whole game. That's a tough one. Next, we've got the Rams at Buffalo. The Bills are 1.5-point favorites here. These are both great teams. They're looking very good. I think probably the winner of this is a top 5 team in the league this year. Josh Allen has looked very good. And what's interesting to me here is we're going to finally see Stephon Diggs play in a Bills uniform against a tough secondary. I think the Rams are going to be able to shut him down too much for the Bills to be able to succeed through him like they have been. And I think the run game will make the difference, as well as the turnovers. Give me the Rams plus the points, 1.5. Next, we've got Chicago at Atlanta. Atlanta is 3.5-point favorites here. This is a must-win for Atlanta. The Falcons need to win this for sure. I think they get it done here, and Atlanta can put up a ton of points, and I really don't think the Bears can do that. I'll take the Falcons minus 3.5 here. So as you can tell, these are all tough spreads to read. I don't love any of these really, but this is what I'm rocking with. Maybe on your bookie you can find a different spread somewhere and see something that you like. Don't just copy my picks here. I'm not that confident in all of them or too many of them, so maybe you just use this info and kind of maybe watch some other videos and add it to your own opinions and learn a little bit and add it into your work. So next we got Carolina at the Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers are 6.5-point favorites here. The Panthers have not been playing great on defense, and they just lost McCaffrey. I think Mike Davis is going to be okay, but I'll take the rookie in Herbert minus 6.5. I don't think Carolina is going to be able to stop that air raid. Herbert looked very good in his debut that he wasn't even prepared to play in against the Chiefs last week. Very good passing, and I think that's what beats Carolina here. The New York Jets face the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts are 11.5-point favorites here, which is unbelievable because the Colts aren't even that good of a team right now. But I'm going to have to go with Indy. The Jets are brutal. They're down Le'Veon Bell. Got a couple other injuries. They got a brutal head coach. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to have a big game here, especially 11.5-point favorites. Going to be running that ball. Next, we've got Dallas going to Seattle. Seattle is 5.5-point favorites. This is going to be a thriller here. Dallas has been... Dak is amazing right now. And even better is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson probably the MVP of the league right now. But it's going to be a great game. Both teams have been torching yards through the air. But the difference is, I don't think the Seahawks can defend it. Give me the Cowboys plus 5.5 here. Next, we've got Tampa Bay at 6.5-point favorites at Denver. This is one that I think Vegas is really trying people to pick Tampa Bay. And I will. I think Denver is a little bit too hurt. But I think this would be a closer one than some people think. I think that it could have been 7. The spread could have been 7, but they're trying to keep it a little bit under that so that people are still like, oh, no way it's less than 7, and they smash that. So it could be a close one. That's one that might not go in our favor. Next one is my most confident pick. We've got the Detroit Lions at the Arizona Cardinals, and somehow we only got a 6.5 point spread here. Just based on all the other spreads, I thought that this one would be more. And the Cardinals have been looking good. The Lions have not been looking great, but the Lions do have Kenny Golladay coming back, I'm pretty sure, so that should definitely help. This is a spread that I do like the most. It could have been Arizona minus 9.5, to be honest with you. Give me the Cardinals over the Lions here. Next, we've got the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers coming down to the New Orleans Saints. Saints are 2.5 point favorites. I am a Saints fan, if you didn't know. Everyone is talking about how Drew Brees has lost his arm. He's not good. He's just not good. And as a Saints fan, I must say that he didn't really have too much of a deep ball arm before this season. So I think he's going to be all right. But both teams, I'm pretty sure, are playing without their top offensive threat in Adams and Michael Thomas. I think this is going to be a close one. But give me the Packers plus 2.5 here. But Drew still has it, no doubt. I find that crazy how people are like, oh, Drew Brees, he's lost it, even though he's been like the best screen passer in the league for his whole career. Like, that's all he does. All right, Packers it is. So next we have the Monday night game. This is gonna be an amazing game. We've got the Chiefs going to the Ravens. Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl defending champions, versus Lamar Jackson. So we've got Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Oh, I'm going to have to take the revamped and upgraded defense here. And the Chiefs, who didn't really look great last week. But this is going to be an awesome game. Give me the Ravens minus 3.5 here. So if I had to choose my 3 most confident picks out of all those, which is going to be a tough one to pick, but number 1 would be the Cardinals minus 6.5 against the Lions. That's the only one I really like here. Next we have the Panthers at the Chargers. Chargers are minus 6.5. I do like that one. I'll take the Chargers minus 6.5. And since I had to choose a third one, I'll take Tennessee minus 2.5 at Minnesota. But I am having a tough time with a lot of these selections. The spreads are tough here. So I'll take Cardinals, Chargers, and Titans.